Good morning. All right. We're going to get going here in just a couple minutes. We're still settling in with the AV and tech stuff, and I know people are still funneling in. Okay. All right. Awesome. Thank you. Should be fairly easy. Yep. All right. Welcome to BSides RDU, Friday the 13th, 2024, on this month of September. Uh, First off, thanks for coming out here today. Real quick, just so everybody's aware, this will also be on the slides. Today, NC State at a random time will be doing a shelter in place drill. Some staff members will be coming into all of the rooms. You just won't be able to leave that room for about 10 minutes, but beyond that, everything should resume as normal. If you do have questions, the NC State staff will be in here and you are free to ask them. But I don't want anybody to get super scared or freak out. But there is a drill happening today that we were unaware of until recently. So, welcome to Friday the 13th. Let the games begin. All right. So real quick, this is our official logo this year, and we actually have a T-shirt fundraiser. As you notice, most T-shirts we don't have T-shirts here. It can be a real logistical nightmare trying to figure out how many shirts we need and stuff like that. And as most of you guys know, you buy your tickets in the last week, and it takes longer for us to actually get those here. So it's a lot of guesstimates that happen. So instead of doing that, we figured we would do this fundraiser type deal, which we're not making much money off of. It's just providing you guys the shirts if you're interested in buying them. But the nice thing about it is they will be shipped directly to you after the conference. There's a little learning curve with that. So next year, we hope to see about maybe having a couple of them, some that will be shipped so you can wear them at the conference. And then those that want to buy them here, they can have them shipped to their house after. So we'll figure that out for next year. The other thing that I want to mention is that those that have already bought into the fundraiser, we got an email yesterday that the printing company didn't really like this logo. And in order for them to actually print this how it is, we would need to get approval from the artist and the film company, which we probably aren't going to do. So one of the things we're thinking about doing, even though this is a completely AI generated mask, is taking the Friday the 13th and maybe doing that in some kind of hash or something. So it says the same thing, but without it being Friday the 13th. So we also thought about maybe putting the 2024 on there or something. I don't know, but it's going to be very similar to this, but without a bunch of things, but mostly the participation of BSides. Thank you guys for being out here today. Get involved, participate in the conversations that are happening around you. Again, we want to thank all of our sponsors. We have a list of sponsors here who have been instrumental in making BSides happen. So again, for next year, if you work for a company that can sponsor us, please reach out. We would love to have a conversation. Our community is also made up of several awesome organizations. We have CSA, Triangle Alliance, DC 919, Raleigh ISSA, the 2600 group, Oak City Lock Sport, who's running the Lockpick Village, RTP Sec Beers, which is another meetup group. All of these organizations and their links are on the link tree, which is you can get to, again, through the QR code on your badge. A couple other things, our community is made up of a lot of people in security, but also the fact that we have so many conferences available to us allows us to not only continue these conversations elsewhere, but it also allows us to go and see our friends again that we met at BSides or we met somewhere else. So here's just a list of conferences that are happening either in the area or that are major ones that a lot of people go to. There are a couple that I want to
know as well as I do that kind of question is just a setup. You should have prepared a dumb answer for that that's supposed to show your skills or something like that during the interview. So I just chat. Okay, can everybody hear me okay? Awesome. I hate standing behind podiums, so I don't. Not COVID. So it's weird you got to say that now, right? Couple warnings before we get started. One, hi, I'm Kevin. That should be warning enough. Two, I would like to tell you that I've been diagnosed with Tourette's, which is true, but is not why I curse a lot. Somebody recently told me that I speak like a sailor with a trucker accent. I say fuck a lot.
We're gonna wait. Hello, everyone. I'm the next speaker. I'm not the world's most interesting man, but hopefully. So when you see this, you know, you probably think, oh, he's just being funny. He's just making a joke. He's just making fun of people that don't test pre-prod because you have to test pre-prod, right? No, that's not what I mean. So there's our definition of a vulnerability. Now, what's not a vulnerability is the stuff that comes in tainted, but then gets sanitized, and then gets to the danger.
Thanks.
Hey, everybody. Just thumbs up. Volume, voice, good? Yes? Awesome. Perfect. So what we're going to be talking about today is non-human identities. I will be actually doing a live demo, so I like to live live from the edge. So I have a backup video in case it doesn't work. I do it plenty of times, right? So a little bit about who I am. Michael Silva. I run the go-to-market engineering team at Asterix. Surprise, surprise. We do non-human security, right? It's the last time you'll hear Asterix. It's all about the actual market from this point forward. A little bit about myself. I've been in multiple different fields from networking, data fabric, security, obviously.
All right, I think there is time. So thank you again for giving me a few minutes of your time, especially in a Friday afternoon. My name is Omar Santos. I'm actually talking to a lot of my friends in here because I recognize like half of the room. So thank you and good to see you. A little bit about myself, if you're not familiar. I work at Cisco. I do a lot of standards work. I am the co-chair of the Coalition for Secure AI, along with Anthropic, OpenAI, a whole bunch of other people there. And I'm the original founder of BSides 11 years ago. I fell off a stage too. You know, it's a lot of things, right? But today, what I wanted to do is at least give you a super fast introduction to things that that everybody's experimenting with, which is basically AI and how to actually use that for cybersecurity. But importantly, not just to use it, is how we're introducing a lot of security problems as people are experimenting, including security people, including pen testers and ethical hackers and everything else. You're basically the ones that are skipping a little bit of that, and I'm going to tell you why. But anyways, we're going to do super brief introduction to RAG, which is like in every single YouTube video you can actually imagine in the world, every single tweet. The demystifying whether it's RAG is dead, you know, how this is evolving, even looking at some of the models that were just released yesterday, and comparing different implementation, separating the FUD from reality. It's actually really, you know, replacing Omar in two days. So
So can everybody hear me? Oh, I sound so strange to myself. This is really odd. All right. Am I good to get started? Perfect. Well, thank you everybody for coming here and joining me this afternoon. I'm not here talking about anything significantly new, not machine learning, not AI, not anything like that, but something you're probably very familiar with, Active Directory. Been here forever, has changed some over the last 20 some years. And recently, Microsoft's been making some changes to make it more secure, especially around the authentication protocols. So want to cover this is what it means for a blue teamer and a red teamer both, right? Both sides, defending and attacking. A little bit about me. My name is Eric Keene. I know it doesn't look like that, but it is how it's pronounced. I do answer to Kuhn or anything close as well. I'm a principal security consultant at Secure Ideas, work with Kevin, who did our keynote this morning. I'm based out of Charlotte, though, just south of Charlotte, but much closer than Jacksonville. And I've been with Secure Ideas for 7 years. Before that, I was responsible for several very large Active Directory environments.
It does. Hey, great. We get to go home for the weekend. And that's a fantastic thing. What is .1x or Radius, if you're not familiar? So this is the ability for us to validate a device and or user, it can be either or both, against directory. Active Directory is the most common thing here, right?
Working, like, I hope that's not broken in me. So like, that's what that is. If you want your body to light up and glow, you can put LEDs in your body. Like, again, they're not radioactive. They will harvest power from a reader, and instead of waking up a chip, they'll just wake up an LED, right? You can do that if you want to, sure. Why? I don't know. Just see, why not? Why do anything? Do anything because it feels good and it's fun. That's the only reason you ever need. I don't have any LEDs in me. You wouldn't put it in? Ah, where'd you put it? Somewhere else? That sounds a little bit not safe for work. All right. So yes, there's a lot of questions and concerns that hacker-minded people start to ask, right? About when I've talked about this at parties and things, and like, okay, well, like they instantly say, well, what's this? What's that? The biggest one tends to be what I tried to warn you about at the beginning. There's all different products out there. Online, you look at a whole spectrum of options. You're like, wow, what are all these things? What can they do? What can't they do? We've talked about the form factor, glass versus flex, but let's actually talk about the tech inside the silicon and what feature set they have. Starting with two of the most confused terms ever. NFC. NFC, people, am I getting this mic or is it cutting in and out? How am I doing here? Can you hear me? Okay. NFC, especially now that it's all in our phones, everyone's like, oh, I've heard of NFC, right? That's awesome. That's like, NFC is like RFID, right? That's the same thing? Not exactly. Okay, Venn diagram time. Hackers love Venn diagrams. Everything we're talking about is RFID. Absolutely. Everything that is inductively coupled using modulated power to signal, that is all RFID, ultra low power tech. NFC is a very small subset inside.
First one, Hackpack. Woo! Come pick a book. Hackpack again. Pick another book. Pick the top 2 books you want.
RTFM twice. We don't need 2 copies.
Yes, you do.
I got 4 at home.
I think this says Andreas. All right. Andreas again. He did say he wanted all the books.
Is it going to say it again?
Alice S. for another book. Alice S. for another book. Did you guys put all of the tickets in here?
I only put like 10 in the book. Allegedly.
Andreas again. Listen, I'm going to the bottom here. All right. Amber Hearst. Raven Boykin. Are you here, Raven?
Yeah.
All right. And sorry if I'm mispronouncing names. I'm trying to read all the different types of handwriting. Some are very small. Alice S.
Whoa.
Societal. Societal. Have you left us? Sad. So sad. Andreas.
Yay.
Okay. Then one more, I think, right? All right. Let's see. Who's this? Blank. Andreas. Just give it Andre. All right. Next.
Is the snowball.
All right. And this is the last one. It's for the snowball mic. Kiwi. You literally wrote black marker over black. This is so hard to read. But congratulations. Thank you for everybody coming out to BSides. Thank you to our sponsors. Those are so important. All of our speakers, all of our staff, all the volunteers that we had today. And we look forward to seeing you next year, 9/12, September the 12th, right here. Please also buy your tickets early. See you guys at the after party.